Okay, let's get this ready. It's not working on the phone. I wonder if it'll work on here. Work on here. Okay. Hello, everyone. Um, it has been quite a while, actually. I have had a lot of stuff going on, but I am now going to be getting back into Rappelz, playing it, and also probably streaming some other games, as well. But the Rappelz Halloween event has started again for this year. So I decided to go ahead and go over the event and then get back into the gameplay. So the event has launched in two parts. The first part actually launched on September 29th, and it goes through November 9th, and the second part launched on October 13th and also ends on November 9th. So the essential idea between the Rappelz Halloween is that there is a special Halloween dungeon that can only be accessed during the Halloween event. And when you kill monsters in it, they can drop a bunch of items. Now there is the free dungeon, and then there is the paid dungeon. You get one ticket every single day that you log in to go to the free dungeon one time for 1 hour and kill the monsters. And the monsters have a small percent chance of dropping either edibles that will give you health, give you mana, increase your stats for a temporary amount of time, give you stamina savers, give you the God Fairy Mother bottles that can save your life, um, lucky potions, a boss card for the Ultimate Witch, as well as timed deco items. They are timed for 365 days, which means that you can get deco items that will last you until next Halloween, or at least until the next Halloween event, basically. You can get top hat, you can get like heads that you can wear, and you can also get little loot pets. They have these little miniature pumpkins. There are some that are permanent that you used to be able to buy in the cash shop. It's been a while since I've seen them go on sale in the cash shop. You'll have to just find someone who already has one and buy it from them. But they also have the timed ones. Now, unfortunately, these timed ones only last 28 days. They don't last the full year. The rainbow pumpkin was my favorite. I thought it looked pretty cool. I had one of those last year. I got it as a drop. Um, but yeah, and you can also get what's called a harvested monster soul. You can collect it as a drop, and every town there will be like an NPC for the Necromancer's Guild, and you can trade two of them for a buff that will give you this dark field that will just increase all of your stats. And there's also an option to insult the Necromancer, which, if I recall correctly, there's the percent chance if you choose to insult them that they'll like transform you into like a random animal with no attacks, and you'll have like really slow move speed for a little while, but you'll be like a little animal running around, hopping around, kind of cute. It's kind of funny. Um, and it's pretty cool. They also say there's a permanent buff that starts at 0.5% to all stats, and it'll go stronger as more people on the server trade more harvested souls to the NPC. So um, once all these souls are traded, you can get up to 20% extra on all your basic stats. Now, for the part 2 that launched on the 13th, there is the paid dungeon, which is honestly the basically same thing as the other dungeon, except for the fact that you have to pay for it, and you can get, as long as you have a ticket, you can go 1 hour at a time, and these have higher chances of dropping all of the items. Um, and it looks like they also added more items, deco items, that both can drop. The cat costume, the penguin costume, the bear costume, and the fairy tale Halloween costume. These are the costumes. Cat, bear, penguin, and I guess they call that the fairy tale costume. And in order to awaken the extra stats on them, you'll need Philosopher Scrolls. And again, these are timed for like 365 days, so you can have them for the year if you're able to get them. And there's also daily quests that will, if you complete each of them, will give you more EXP earned while killing all of the mobs. And that is the basic gist of it. As always with Rappelz, it is a grind fest. Okay, so now that we have that taken care of, let me just go back to Twitch real quick. This thing is weird in the way that it allows me to be able to actually record stuff. Okay. We are now going to be getting into the actual game itself, and I wish this would just work properly for me, but like it won't. Okay. Now, let's see. To me, this is all, like, nearly muted. So, okay. Let's go ahead and start activating. And I have not been on this game in forever. And I have my little derpy horse. I'm happy. Okay, now I need to become a pass holder, and I need to buy more scrolls of refresh and scrolls of pet power. So let me make sure. I'm a little bit overweight. I actually need in my Pear Eagle Stone. Okay. Let me go and right. I can't do anything until I am an active pass holder. So I need to go. I already got me some 1-day hidden village passes. I only need the one for right now. Oh, I already had a couple left over. Well, look at that. Now I am an active pass holder, and I have the return pass for 1 day. Okay. Let me go buy some scrolls. I want to get like 4 of each. And I forgot, as I was saying, I need to go empty out my inventory into my warehouse. And then, of course, during all this, they have their regular events going on, like their taming event, the event where you get pet supplies, the event where you can have extra help enchanting, extra chance to like enchant your armor or your skill cards, all that fun stuff going on kind of simultaneously. Okay. I think that's good. Now, since I logged onto my alt originally today, it actually put it on there. It puts it on the first character that you log into. So I actually put it into my warehouse, and I also had a couple tickets left over from previous years, because you can just store those in the warehouse. So, man, I have 15 tickets. 15 that I didn't bother to use. Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 years ago where I logged in and I got the tickets like every day and I only went like once or twice. Okay, now there is supposed to be an NPC. I don't think the regular dungeon teleporter can do it. There's supposed to be like a special Halloween NPC that I talked to get this done. Hidden Village buff. I do not want to get the player buffs because I already got those. Okay. Well, I don't know where this NPC is in the Hidden Village or if the Hidden Village even has it, but I know Catan. I will show it, not Catan. Horizon. And real quick, I'll even just go ahead and show y'all. This is the Necromancer. Oh, there you go. That's how you teleport to the dungeon right there. Okay. I don't have any souls to trade or to get the stuff for, so let's just teleport to the Halloween dungeon. Let's go to the Halloween Wonderland. And actually, before I do, I forgot I need to activate Grim Desire, Empowering Scent, Bestial Cry, and Trait Mastery and Defense Mastery on both. Okay. Now, I think that is everything. Necromancer, teleport me to the Halloween dungeon. Enter the Halloween Wonderland. So this is a shared dungeon that everyone in this instance goes to, and then you just get kicked out. Once your time is up. I have to kill 100 monsters, and I have an hour. The monsters get higher level as you go into different areas. And there's bosses that will drop way better loot and everything. Unfortunately, people camp these bosses, and it's impossible to ever find them when you don't already have like a group of people that are hogging it for themselves. So, but yeah, we're just gonna go through and drop these monsters like they are absolutely nothing. Run around the map, see if I can't happen to... Oh, hey, here we go. Here's a boss. Run one of the weaker bosses that hadn't been killed yet. Imagine the higher level bosses will have all kinds of people trying to camp that area. Actually, my biggest concern is that I'm gonna run out of freaking inventory space, run out of room. Yeah, these just... I don't care. I mean, to be fair, they're higher level than me, but my pets are level 190 and level 201. We're killing like level 180 stuff, like level 182, 185. This is just pathetic. I actually don't know my way around here because I've only been in this place like a couple times back like a year or two ago. Honestly, this was never my favorite thing to do because it's grinding. But you know, that's what the game is. Hey, we got a harvested monster soul that we can trade for a buff or for some extra items. Trade a bunch at once, you can actually get a lot of good stuff. You can get a lot of stamina savers in the GMFB for free. Level 190 stuff. Shining Pixie of AIDS, yeah. I do have a pretty good kill speed here though, not gonna lie. This is level 195 stuff. I really kind of want to go find a higher level boss, but when you get a good spot and you get a good kill speed, that's the name of the game. Okay, this is gonna get boring if I just stand still and let them do I mean, that's literally what my character does. But let's just keep moving and, oh, there's already people over here. Okay, well, let's just keep going and see what I find. Level 200 stuff, this is better. I do like higher level mobs. They give better drops. I think it's after 25 levels or something that you stop getting drops if they're like way too much higher than you. Oh, there's already people over here. And they came from that direction. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Trying to get a good area and being able to keep it. A little bit slower kill speed, but much higher level monsters, so I'll get more EXP, JP, and I believe higher level monsters have better chances of giving better items, so we'll just try to camp here for a bit. Okay, now as I've said in the past before, always check your durability, constantly repair your durability, and I need to keep timing on my buffs, 33 minutes for my buffs, and my pets won't run out until after mine do. So effectively, I just keep pressing Alt 2, which I have on my creature attack, and I can just let them keep doing everything. Let's see what I've gotten so far. I've gotten 3 harvested souls. I've gotten the, it's called Frankenstein's Potion. It's the God Fairy Mother Bottle, or God Fairy Mother Bottle. If you die, it resurrects you, and you get to keep your buffs and all your EXP and everything. Halloween Cookie. I've gotten some items that I can, honestly, that I'll probably just end up, disenchanting, I guess. Charging my stone for the repairing. It's been a while, so I'm starting to forget my terminology here. But yeah, as y'all can see, the cosmetics and the deco pets, they are not very common. But I think within an hour of farming, I should be able to find probably one of the timed pumpkin deco pets. Maybe probably the little Frankenstein, they call it the monster. But finding the actual, like, decorative pieces, I actually used to have a couple of them, and that's when I think that was after, like, my 3rd or 4th run, like, right before I was just, like, giving up on it. I got, like, one decorative piece. And again, I just want to keep eye on that. Oh, hey, here we go. Or no, that's food. That's not the deco pet. Also, y'all notice that right now it's a little bit glitched. My name and my title are kind of like under my health bar. I need to play around with my screen resolution to get that fixed. But that means I'd need to restart my client, and it's not really that big of an issue for me. And look at the dream team right here. You know, it's actually really kind of sad that you can only have up to 2 pets out as a pet class. Because I would really love, I know that it's not really that great of a pet anymore, but I'd love to have like a red pixie out also. All the magic fire damage, with its like damage over time, and a tiny bit of AoE. Back in the day, it actually used to be like a force to be reckoned with. I mean, even before they added in the staging your pets, Blue Pixie, even though it was only a tier 2, yeah, it was pretty nice. And I'd like to have just like a pixie army just like flying behind me. Imagine having like, Ride of the Valkyrie or something like that playing in the background, as while I have these like different multicolored pixies flying behind me and just wreaking havoc. I think that'd be pretty cool. Actually, I wonder if they have any kind of... You know, they have blue and red pixie transformation potions. I can make my character be like a pixie. Make the model be a pixie and it can fly around. Okay, again, check durability. Yeah, let's go ahead and repair that. I'm already at 23% weight. Need to go on a diet. Hey, look, I got the mini monster. So that's one of the deco pets. It's basically like a little Dracula. And I got a monkey hat. So I actually got one of the deco pieces. Cool. Watching that adorable little horse, that little pony, just like run around and collect everything and just like trot really fast. That in itself is kind of amusing to watch, actually. Although I could be wrong, I'm thinking that the monsters in this dungeon don't get to be too terribly above level 200. So I think if I go around the edges of it, it goes back from like 50 to like 100 to around 200 and then starts going back down. At least I've never really encountered anything that went above like level 215, 220. I've even encountered anything that went to 220. Definitely not the greatest place to farm if you only care about money. Unlike going into, not Rhoda. Honestly, I can't remember the dungeon's name now. It's been so long since I played this game. I feel kind of bad, actually. Or actually, it was Rhoda, Remains of the Ancients. I think I'm confusing one dungeon with DMR, the Relics of Arid Moonlight. So yeah, Rhoda. You know, it's funny because back when I was playing this game like forever ago, it was always called Rome, Relics of Arid Moonlight, and then I took like a, what, 4-year break, 5-year break, I came back and everyone called it DMR for like Dry Moonlight Relics or something like that, and I was like, what the heck? I don't know, I think like a lot of other people, it's really just a nostalgia factor for me that makes this game really enjoyable. I mean, man, I used to play this game. I started in, what, 2010, 2011? Even then, it was kind of an old game. It'd been around for a while. About 23 minutes left on my buffs. Wouldn't hurt to go ahead and just make sure durability is good. I got a gentleman's top hat. Actually, I've only had to heal my, sorry, excuse me. My Wind Pixie once. Despite the fact that these monsters are actually higher level than my Wind Pixie, which means that my Wind Pixie's evasion is way less effective on them. It's been pretty good at avoiding damage. And honestly, just killing stuff so fast that it doesn't get that many punches in to begin with. But yeah, it's dodging pretty well. Although the DPS over here is obviously less than it was in that other area I was in when we were only dealing with like level 180 stuff. These stuff can actually land some hits, but they're not landing enough for it to really make a difference. This combo isn't really recommended by a lot of people that like to play the meta, that like to, you know, It's like, oh hey, what's currently the best? Because they're like, oh, at higher levels, you know, your Wind Pixie won't be able to dodge and it'll get one shot by everything. But I don't know. I think that the stats that my Ethereal Pixie are giving it to supercharge it are kind of negating that pretty well for me. But, of course, if I ever want to do anything better, I really need to focus on leveling up my character. I need to just get into a really good, dedicated couple of dungeon parties, probably just a couple of player levels. I need to get myself up to level 185. I don't think I have to get up to 190, but 185, so that I can upgrade my armor to the next armor set up, which will increase all of my base stats, which in turn increase all my pet stats. And also, the closer in level I get to them, the more stats that they get, because when they're over like 5 or 10 levels above you, their stats actually get nerfed. So they're not nearly as effective, which means that my Ethereal Pixie is probably almost at its full performance, but my Wind Pixie by far is not, because it's 21 levels above me. So if I'm able to get caught up and be around like level 200, to be right up about where that Wind Pixie is, my Wind Pixie will actually, its stats will multiply. So really, my own character level is probably one of my biggest hindrances right now. And then obviously, again, upgrading my armor set, because it goes from like your standard tier 7, it goes from the distorted space armor to like Nusi Light's armor, and then I think from Nusi Light's armor to like Fluminous armor, and then from like, you basically keep the same armor, you just keep upgrading it. And then from like Fluminous, I forget what you get whatever this is, Reviax, which Reviac is the name of our server, and then from Reviac it goes up to something else. Oh, a decorative cloak. I have my Bora welcome cloak, but the attack, M attack, plus 5%. Ooh, this gives me max HP, max MP, and move speed. As much as I like this other cloak, just because of how it looks, if I take my other cloak, this cloak off, it'll actually hurt my pet stats, because they get stats based on my max MP and HP. Plus, I like the extra movement speed. Yeah, cool, I got a decoration item box. But I'll show you all the deco items and stuff after we're done in here. We have a while. We have an hour in this dungeon, and my buffs at 30 minutes are only about 18 minutes in, so I'm guessing I've only been doing this for about 17 to 18 minutes, probably about 17. So we still have about 43 minutes left to go. I'm guessing, just based on my memory of the timer, when I first entered this dungeon after I did the rebuffs. 39 minutes. It's about 40 minutes. Okay. Really don't even need to use an AoE, just realized I haven't been using my AoEs on my Ethereal Pixie. Um, I mean, I guess it's Halloween themed. Went to go watch the new Halloween movie the other night with my friends. Um, Started a little after 11. We got out around like 1:30. Honestly, I swear that the freaking commercials before the movie felt like they lasted longer than the movie itself. Um, I know the movie was a little under 2 hours, but like I swear there was at least 30 to 40 minutes of advertisements, and that 30 to 40 minutes felt more like 2 hours than the movie itself did. Um, I mean, I guess that's good. If you felt every minute of the 2 hours of the movie, then the movie would be doing a really poor job. Honestly, I think it was a little bit of a letdown. The movie was okay. I was definitely expecting more from it. They had an interesting idea, they had an interesting concept, but I feel like they could have expanded on that concept, and I feel like that concept probably should have been introduced a little bit earlier into the series. I feel like they could have kept it going using that concept, but like it just they introduced a last minute plot device that could have been interesting, and then they had to seal it off, and it was just kind of like kind of disappointing. But the movie was okay. I do think that um, this one is Halloween Ends. What was the one from last year? Halloween something. But the one from last year, I think, was an all-around better movie. Halloween Kills. There we go. I think Halloween Kills was a better movie. Although I've always been, very partial to the Scream movies. I love Scream. And although Scream 4 was like the biggest letdown of the Scream franchise, I will say the fifth movie that came out in was it this January or was it last January? I don't even remember when it came out now. I think it was this January. Scream 5 was actually pretty good. I liked it. It was fun. And that's what Scream has always been about. It's just been about mocking the classic horror movie genre and just having fun with it. I don't know. Um, growing up, Halloween was always my favorite holiday, my favorite time of the year. For the longest time, one of my friends that used to live in this area, they would like turn their garage. They had a big garage, and they lived in like a nice neighborhood, and they'd turn it into like a kind of like haunted house thing. They'd take like garbage bags and make like a little maze, and we'd all dress up like classic movie killers, and we'd hide in there in the darkness and jump out and scare people, and it was fun. Every year they would, get more outrageous decorations, and people would actually like start driving from like out of town to come in to it. It was actually really cool. But yeah, that was always one of my favorite things. Was instead of going out trick or treating, I'd just get to I've always loved jump scares. I love jump scaring people, pranking people. It's fun, and it's like one night when you get to dress up and do it, and like no one can get mad at you for it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm in on that. Loot from earlier I didn't pick up. Bad horse. I like how the pumpkins just like roll at you like they're suicide bombers or something. I'm actually kind of surprised that none of the stuff in here is aggro. Like you have to go out and attack it, otherwise it just leaves you alone. They don't actively chase you. But they can aggro after you've been attacking them, they'll aggro on you. Yeah. To 12. Need dead pumpkins. There's already people over here camping this area. I don't know, I was hoping to find like another boss or something. I have no idea where they are, and they each have really long respawn times. Kind of like the dungeon bosses can have like multi-hour respawn times once they're killed. The higher the level they are, the better they drop, and the longer their respawn times. It looks like I'm going down that way, it's getting lower level. Again, the highest level stuff I've seen in here has been around like 212, 215, which is what we were already killing. About 9 minutes. Okay, now that's one of the bosses. Actually, I should say that was one of the bosses, because this thing just got owned. In 210, I'm not really finding anything that's, left a haunted monster, a harvested monster soul on the ground. And I am going to take advantage of that. I think once you drop loot for like 10, it's either 10 minutes or 15 minutes, that no one can actually pick it up. That it's just yours. What the heck? So my, there we go. That's why my kill speed was nothing, because my, wind pixie, I guess, had gotten lagged and stuck over near where that boss was. It didn't follow us. I'm like, no. My throw pixie should not be trying to solo and be trying to tank. It does not have the, kill speed. And like level 205 stuff. This is a lower level than where we were earlier. Halloween cookies. Maybe it's just because like I'm a fat ass, but honestly Halloween cookies sound good now, so thank you Rappelz for making me hungry. I don't care if it's like fresh frosting, I don't care if it's like the hard frosting on the sugar cookie, I just want cookies now. Halloween themed cookies. Yeah, I'm thinking that area where we were earlier, that had like the level 212, 215 stuff, is actually one of the best areas to be farming in this place. 210, 212, 213. A couple levels lower, but there's a boss that spawns here. I have no idea if it'll spawn by the time I get kicked out of the dungeon when my time is up, but we'll see. But yeah, man, I'm trying to think of what all happened since I last streamed. I mean, I know I got sick with COVID, I got over that. Got behind on a lot of work, so I had to catch up on that, and I was working a lot of overtime at work. I've actually since left my job. I'm actually starting a new one here this coming week. Excited for that. Let's see. I have a college class starting in the next few days. It's the last class that I need to take, and then I will have my bachelor's degree. So kind of excited for that. Um, it's actually one of my best friend's birthdays tomorrow. So we're gonna go have birthday dinner. Excited for that. Let's see what else is going on. It'll be like a live recording of it, but I'm gonna go watch a like an opera, an English version of a Mozart piece called The Magical Flute. They're gonna be like live streaming it in theaters or early December. So I'm gonna go watch that with my friends. I've heard opera music. I like opera music. I've never actually watched an actual like entire opera before, so that'll be pretty cool. Ooh, my weapon almost broke because I have not been keeping an eye on it. That would have been very bad. Ooh, I got the rainbow pumpkin. Unfortunately, this horse is still my favorite loot pet in the game. Although I used to collect loot pets, and I've never had the permanent version of the pumpkin loot pet. I wanted it though, but I ended up selling a lot of the stuff I was collecting in order to get what I currently have. I still have like the abominable snowman loot pet, which is honestly I think are really funny. It's like an evil snowman loot pet. I think it's funny. And then I also have the Snoopy that I showed y'all in one of my videos before that was like a limited time thing. You had to log into the game for like a month to get it. Back years and years ago. But one day, once I have all of my armor decked out, I have all my pets with their armor and all their equips and all my cards and everything just like decked out, and there's no more optimization that I can possibly do. I want to go back to trying to just collecting all of the rare deco items and get like the permanent versions, because there are like Halloween cloaks and stuff out there that actually aren't timed, that are just permanent, that you can get. They're, you know, back from like 10 years ago, so you have to buy them off people that already have that stuff. There's a lot of items that were discontinued from the cash shop that you'll never be able to buy again unless you have someone who's trying to basically quit the game and they're selling off all their stuff for money. But there's a lot of stuff like that that I'd like to be able to collect. But honestly, considering that I take breaks from this game and like very, very long breaks, and I keep telling myself I'm not gonna go back, but then like I always do, even if it takes 5 years or, you know, 6 months or however long. Although it'll probably take them forever, I imagine that they'll eventually, you know, be introducing new pets into the game, and they'll make what I currently have just, you know, look like trash in comparison. That's what always happens. Every time they introduce new pets, the new pets are always like some, like, you know, godly tier above every single thing else. Because in order to make people want them, they make them so much better and so much stronger than everything that currently exists. Then everything that currently exists, it's kind of diluted. actually took a little bit of damage there. It only took, you know, about, what, 8 to 10 monsters that are higher level than it attacking it at the same time for it to take damage. And unlike aggros, I can't get these to just like all chase me and like gather them around. I have to actually start attacking. Lazy gamer. I want the, you know, I want the monsters to attack me. I don't want to have to go out and attack them. Empty red pixie card. I don't really need it, but use a heal just because I can. There's something different in the mix. Excuse me. And if I'd really wanted to, I completed the quest like forever ago. I could have turned it in and gotten another one because there's like 4 levels of it. I just didn't really care to keep running back and forth to the higher level stuff, to the entrance, to the higher level stuff, to keep getting the stuff for higher experience. And honestly, if you care about experience, you're not going to be going into the Halloween dungeon. The only reason you really do this is for the drops. Especially for the haunted monster souls, or the harvested monster souls. But to each their own. If you're playing and you feel like you want to do all the quests and you want to get the most experience you can. Especially if you have high movement speed. Oh, here you go. 18 and a half minutes. Once it's over, we'll just automatically disconnect from the dungeon and go back to Horizon. Either Horizon or it'll take me back to my save spawn point. I think it'll take me back to the Necromancer though. Actually. Seeing if any of my old friends are online. Sorry, awkward silence. Actually recently, I say recently as in like just yesterday, I finished binge watching all of Suits, all 9 seasons. It was actually really sad to see it end. I know it ended back in 2019, but like I just started watching it like a month or two ago, so it was sad for me anyway. But it's a really good show. If you'll ever have any interest trying to find something new to watch, Suits is pretty good. I finished binge watching Blue Bloods like a little while ago. That was also a pretty good show, but I think the new season either has started up again or is about to start again. Hell's Kitchen started up, and there's like only 3 episodes. I'm caught up on that. Sandman was pretty good on Netflix. Lincoln Lawyer. It's actually a pretty okay show. Minutes and 14:27, 14:53. My pet's buffs will actually run out right before we're supposed to be exiting the dungeon, like 20 seconds before. I'm not really in the mood to waste a scroll for like 20 seconds extra of farming. Oh wait, just like a couple minutes before and I'll go turn in the quest because I might as well turn it in. Since I bothered to do it. I say a couple minutes, I don't know how long it'll actually take me to run there. Oh, it won't take 14 minutes. Also, I've been playing Minecraft like religiously here recently. So I've actually spent a lot of time on Minecraft. It's another one of those games. I will play it religiously for like the longest time, and then I won't want to touch it again for the longest possible time. And then when I do get back into it, I haven't played since they did the Caves and Cliffs update, so like the Warden and all like the new blocks. I remember because I'd always do like the strip mining strategy where you go down to like y equals, was it y equals 13? Start mining in like 100-meter strips. But now they made everything so much bigger, you have to go down to y equals like negative 53. Y equals negative 54, something like that, to actually be able to find diamonds. And of course all the blocks down there, all like the new blocks, have way more health than like the regular stone, so it's way slower trying to mine through all of it. I've not come across the Warden yet, thankfully, because I go down to just like one layer above the lava right before you hit the bedrock. So I'm not actually going into a lot of the caves, but at some point I'll start making my way into the caves. It's just, caves are a way less efficient way of trying to find diamonds and redstone. Oh yeah, they have the taming event going on, so whenever someone tames a creature, there's a possibility that it will give a 30-minute buff to everyone on the server who's currently logged on, 20% to like all their basic stats. Yeah, someone else called that out too, to empty string. This game is so old, it can't even copy over like the name of the animal, of the mob. Just like empty value, empty string. It's kind of funny. Like, I know like how incredibly unprofessional it is for a video game to say that, but this game has been out for decades, so I don't know how I find it funny. 11 minutes left. I'm at 72% weight. I think it's 75% weight is when I get my movement speed decrease, and I'm getting tired of this. Let's I'm gonna go turn in the quest and exit the dungeon early. I just wanted to kind of be able to show off what the dungeon looks like and what the monsters are kind of like, but yeah, see lower level stuff as we go across the perimeter. Did we get caught in like a dead end? Yeah, we did. Used to, you could click on the map right here and it would actually expand the mini-map and make it huge. It would make it like really easy to see where all the paths and everything are. And once they sold the... Wow, okay. Bone Dragon. And that Bone Dragon died pretty fast. Not gonna lie. Once they sold the game from the original developers, that feature stopped working. I know I've mentioned this before, but this game has been sold between developers like so many times that it's not even funny. So originally it was Gala Lab, which was G-Potato, and then it went to, I forgot who it went to. And then I think that it went to Bora after that, and then Bora sold it to, what was it, Webzen, and then Webzen was Way 2-Bit, and then from Way 2-Bit back to Bora. Point is that this game has changed hands so freaking many times. And like none of the original staff are still working on it. And every time it changes hands from one publisher to the next, it's like they just, you know, they don't have the same love for the game that there used to be, so it's the player base keeping this thing alive, not the developers. I don't know, I imagine one day it'll just be so buggy that no one can even ever get in and it'll just close down. Speaking of which, there was confusion because basically Rappelz announced that they were going to make a mobile version of their game that you could play on like iOS and Android, right? But Rappelz Mobile had like nothing at all to do with Rappelz the MMO, and even though they advertised that it did and showed like the same characters and everything, they actually had different classes with different attacks, and like the landscape was different. Like it wasn't even the same areas. Trading Island was all different. They didn't have Horizon and Catan, and you know, it was a completely different game, and all they did was they used the name Rappelz to try and get people who liked the PC game to go ahead and play the mobile game, which was, you know, effectively false advertising. They announced it like years before it ever became a thing, and people were questioning if it ever even was going to be a thing, and they spent so much time and money trying to develop it. And when it finally came out, it was like such a bare bones version of Rappelz, the actual game that I'm playing right now. Like it was just depressing, and like no one liked it, and no one played it. And after it being on live servers for only like 1, maybe 2 years, here recently they just announced that the servers for it are shutting down, that the game is going to be no more because no one plays it. A lot of people got confused and thought they were shutting down Rappelz, the actual MMO. And we're like, no, they're not getting rid of this one, they're getting rid of the one that's worse. So. Okay, I still had a little bit of time, but honestly, I don't really care. That's all of that dungeon that I needed for today. If I really wanted to, I could go back to the NPC and I could teleport back in. Only 6 minutes, so what's the point? Okay. So let's start just looking at the loot that we got. How many harvested souls did I get? 19 harvested souls. Now if I trade 2 of them in, then I can get a buff that will last me a while. Now let's go ahead and just trade in the souls for random stuff. I don't even think I should have that many left. Okay, that was all the souls. Okay, let's go ahead and start looking at the stuff that I got, and I'll show you all the deco items and how they look. Okay, let's start here. Okay, so these last only 6 days, but if I die, then it still says that this is from the 2017 Halloween event, which is when they were added in. Even though it's 2022, they didn't bother to update the game. But yeah, again, if I die while I have these in my inventory, then I can choose to resurrect on the spot, and I will keep all of my buffs. I will get all my lost experience back, so no penalty there. Pretty cool. This is just an edible. Gives you, recovers your MP and HP. Here we go. Undefined Halloween monkey hat. Where'd it go? Oh, I forgot. You have to use a thing, and you have to use the Philosopher's Scroll, and you have to define them before you can wear them. You have to put the stats on them before you can wear them. Same thing with like the top hat and the... Halloween bear gloves. So I got bear gloves. I got a penguin head. I got the bear head. Bear gloves, bear gloves. I got a pumpkin head I can wear. Here, I can put on my... Oh, wait, that goes there instead of on the deco. But unless I turn off the deco, then you won't be able to see it. So there we go, that is the pumpkin mantle. And y'all can see this is my armor. But when I have my deco stuff turned on, it covers up that stuff anyway. But I guess I can wear it. And then I have the red pumpkin, the My Red Pumpkin, and the My Rainbow Pumpkin. Let's go ahead and recall my Dapple Gray. And let's take out the Rainbow Pumpkin. And if I didn't name it this, then I don't even know who I would be. There we go, that is, they will hop around. Hop, 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 hop. Hop, 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 hop. And if you go too fast, then they will kind of stop hopping and they will just, you know, matrix glitch teleport right to you. So that has kind of like that dark red, it has like that yellowish, it has that kind of like regular orange. Has kind of like blue in its eyes and in its mouth. And it will follow you to the ends of the earth. That's the rainbow pumpkin. You also have the red pumpkin. I'll just call it red because, you know, the name you registered is too short. It has to be at least, okay. Here is the red pumpkin, which looks like it is blood-soaked. Looks kind of more Halloween than the rainbow one does. I just like colors. But the permanent version you can get is, I've only seen a permanent edition of like the regular, just like plain orange jack-o'-lantern. They might have permanent versions of the red and of the rainbow. Actually, before I got my Rudolph set, I used to wear some timed Halloween stuff. I had the gentleman's top hat with my hat, and I had man, I wanted to say that. Oh, I forgot. I also have the little mini monster. I'll show you all that. These off my skill bar. I don't want them. Like Minotaurus hands, or something like that. Okay. Here you go, little vampire. There is a permanent version of the vampire that you can get. Honestly, not my favorite. I like the pumpkins more than I like the vampire. That's just me. I don't know, maybe we can see if anyone in the flea market has some of the permanent versions of these deco pets. That one's actually a kind of rare deco pet. That one, I believe, is... Oh. No, there's actually another version of that that is rare. It's the Bora one, so it's black and red and has the Bora icon on it, and was only available for sale when Bora first took over. For like a week or two, it was in the shop. People could buy it to celebrate Bora taking over. Not many people did. Oh, I thought the panda was cute, actually. It's like really adorable. And then there's different colors where it's like wearing a different old apron, I guess you call it. I don't really know what that's called because it doesn't go over the shoulders and it doesn't cover the chest, it just covers its stomach, so maybe... Oh, here we go. I was talking about the Webs and Looter. This one right here is the W. This is the Webs and Looter. And it's kind of cool. It's pretty rare because, honestly, not a lot of people bought them. They were never the most popular. But I have seen them sell every now and then in the auction house for like a stupid amount of money, just based on how rare they are. Perma potions. There's no such thing as actually a permanent transformation potions. They all only last like 30 minutes. Actually, I think some of the newer ones might last like an hour, but permanent, they're probably just hoping that some newbie doesn't know what they're doing and spends money on it, which, considering they're trying to sell it for $2 bill, newbie's not gonna have that money unless they're cash shopping. I forget you can't right click anymore. Get tired of all these stupid people advertising. Go to our website and buy our in-game currency, $10 and you can become rich. I guarantee you that there's way too many stories of people saying that they got scammed by these sites. Accounts got taken over. like all their items of any value got hacked. Like, just don't do it. If you're lucky enough not to get banned, which you will get banned for it, then they will hack your account and either lock you out of it or just take everything of any value from your account and you won't want to play anymore. Doggy style. Rainbow pumpkin, and since it won't actually follow me around when I move, we can get a little bit better of a shot here. Although I do wish it were more rainbowish. I understand it's a pumpkin, so they kept it like an orange rainbow colored, but I don't know. I want like pure rainbow power. They want to make a slave. Okay. Well, that pretty much shows y'all the Halloween event. You get a dungeon. And if I wanted to, I could go into the cash shop. And they're selling for, here we go, where'd it go? The Necromancer's Cemetery Conscript. So instead of going to the free dungeon, you'd get to go to the paid version of it, and instead of getting one ticket a day, you have all the tickets right here you can possibly buy. And you'll get a higher chance of getting the deco equipment from it. And that's really the only thing, is getting the deco equipment. So I wouldn't personally recommend it, but some people think it's worth it. End of the day, as long as you're happy. That's the red pumpkin. For a moment I got excited and thought it was the orange one, since the pumpkin deco pet is actually kind of a rare one. They haven't sold it in the store in like years and years and years. So when you do see them, they tend to sell for quite a pretty penny. Okay, well, that is all I really wanted to get accomplished on Rappelz for the day. So, thanks for watching. If y'all have any comments, any questions, please feel free. This will be uploaded to my YouTube. The link is on my page. Feel free to head over there and let me know what y'all think.